Well, hi, everybody. I'm glad we got the sun shining on all of us today. It's a very positive sign. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but this is my 24th walk to end Alzheimer's. We've been here since Fox 29 started as the presenting media sponsor of this walk. It was a small walk back in 2020 at Fairmount Park before they put the Please Touch Museum there. And now look what you have done. It is amazing. And I know with all of this support, we're going to find a way to end Alzheimer's disease. I'm proud and happy to say that my husband is with me once again. He's been to all 24 as well. After he leaves here today, he's going to spend the rest of the day with his mother, who's suffering from dementia. So it's touched our family too. His mother, Dr. Ayala Vargas, was the first Black woman to be a dean at Temple University, and she remembers none of her accomplishments. It's heartbreaking. But I don't have to tell you that because you are here today. And I am so grateful that we're all here together to help stop this disease. So now it's time, if this is your first time at the walk, to explain why everybody's holding flowers. This is our Promise Garden ceremony, and it's the part that always makes me cry. But it's so meaningful. It explains the reasons why we're all here today. So take a look at all these different flowers because they represent all of our different connections to Alzheimer's. If you're holding an orange flower, like Jill Majuka Egan and Parv Chikani, you're here to support the cause and the association's vision of a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. Jill has been connected to the Alzheimer's Association in one way or another for more than 10 years, as she cared for her father before he passed from Alzheimer's in 2020. Today, she has channeled her personal experience as a caregiver into her professional life, serving the Engagement Memory Care Coordinator for Arbor Terrace in Marlton, and being the resources she wished that she had during her time as a caregiver. And it is through this work that she became a mentor to Parv Chikani, a high school freshman who volunteers at Arbor Terrace Marlton and runs a STEM club for residents of the Memory Care Unit. Parv's grandmother is also living with Alzheimer's. So Jill and Parv are both dedicated to the Alzheimer's Association mission as they have experienced firsthand the impact of this disease on individuals and families. Jill and Parv are part of a generation of mission supporters who will raise more awareness, increase education and support, and one day hope to see a cure. So if you have an orange flower, please join Jill and Parv in raising it and keeping it alive. If you have a purple flower like Bryant Green, you're participating in the walk today because you've lost someone to Alzheimer's or another dementia. Brian, a member of the Alzheimer's Association Delaware Chapter Community Board, is a passionate supporter of the association's mission as he lost a beloved friend and his childhood babysitter to this disease. And as the owner of Always Best Care Philadelphia, Brian is also here to represent the countless Always Best Care families who have lost a loved one to Alzheimer's disease. Brian truly understands the impact of this disease, and he and his team, who are consistently top fundraisers at this walk, are committed to doing whatever they can to raise awareness and funds, to increase education, and to one day bring an end to this disease. So if you have a purple flower, raise it high, just like Brian. If you're holding a yellow flower like Carolyn Roth, you're here today because you're supporting, caring, someone living with Alzheimer's or another dementia. Carolyn and her family, who make up the BC crew, have been participating in and fundraising for the Walk to End Alzheimer's Philadelphia for 18 straight years.
Jenny must have
They walk in support of Carolyn's dad, Bill, who is currently living with Alzheimer's, and the number of others in their family who have been impacted by this disease. As a caregiver, Carolyn directly understands the impact this disease has on an individual and a family. She also understands that through sharing her story, participating in the walk, she's raising awareness in her community, which may help others who are caring for a loved one or navigating the disease themselves. So Carolyn walks today not only as a caregiver, but as a passionate supporter of our mission, and in the hope that she and all of you will be part of the generation who may one day see a cure for this disease. In this fight, and like all of you, Carolyn walks because, as her father would say, someone has to. So if you have a yellow flower, join Carolyn and raise it up high. You look beautiful. I love your fascinating. And if you have a blue flower like Jeffrey Meinhardt, you're here today because you're living with Alzheimer's. And Jeffrey has a fan club. Here's the story. Jeff was a trial attorney and judge in the Philadelphia Court of Common Pleas for decades before he retired. He was later diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Jeff first began to experience changes with his cognitive function, namely language. His wife Ginny recounts when she noticed that their conversations started to become much more surface level. The couple frequently attended the theater, often taking in matinees and having dinner to discuss the show in great detail. But Ginny recalls that Jeff was not dissecting the plots as much, and their once nuanced and robust conversations began to wane. So they went to the doctor, and they then had cognitive assessments and imaging scans, and ultimately an Alzheimer's diagnosis more than a year later. So today, the Meinhardt's Marchers, Jeff and Ginny, their 2 children, 5 grandchildren, and countless family members and friends are supporting their first Walk to End Alzheimer's. This is their way to give back and to hopefully make a bigger impact as their family navigates this disease. And if you have a blue flower, please join Jeff in raising it and keeping it held high. So take a look now at everybody around you and all the different flowers that represent our different reasons that we are here to end Alzheimer's and all other dementia. With this colorful display of determination, I am confident that one day we will add another color flower to this garden. And that's the white flower, held by the grandchildren of Jeff Meinhardt, which represents the first survivor of Alzheimer's. Can't wait for the day that this color flower is added to our beautiful, beautiful garden. Until that day happens, we must not back down. We must continue to lead the way, because together we can end Alzheimer's. Congratulate yourselves. You look so beautiful.